Experience podcast. So in this episode, I have a learned colleague with me here. He is very, very smart, should I say, intelligent than I am. It's in the person of Redeemer Buatsi. Redeemer is a journalist. Are you now an investigative journalist, should I say?
I'm hiding that. You're a freelance journalist. It's okay.
He's an investigative journalist, guys. So if you see his face anywhere, you should know that there's trouble coming for you. So Redeemer and I are mates where we go as far back as 2010 to 2013.
Yeah.
That's one foolish school like that. Let's talk about our personal life before we go into today. We'll be talking about the COVID-19 mandatory vaccination in Ghana. Since we are Ghanaians, we've been looking into Ghana. But let's talk about your journey as a journalist. Practicing journalism in Ghana, has it been easy for you?
Oh, well, I've not seen myself as a full-time, journalist. Most of the things I've done has been like commentaries and talking about social issues,
okay,
and what have you. I've not really attached myself to any media house per se, because I feel that the kind of journalism we do here is just below standard, at least for what I've learned in school. Yes, way below standard.
This is a big job to us.
Yes, it's true. Way below standard. He said, she said.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I don't think that, and even before I even traveled to, and when I went out, it confirmed, whatever I've been, shouting about here.
Okay.
And so I've not really been a fan of attaching myself to any media house, because in fact, as we speak, it's the same thing. Then we said copy and paste journalism and all that. And I blame them.
Guys, Redeemer wants to jab me, but I'll take all the jab.
No. I mean, you do entertainment. So for you are doing a job. Yours is entertainment. But for those of like the joy is trying their best.
Yeah.
They are trying their best.
Yes,
apart from and now, which is Fourth Estate has come by Media Foundation, which is trying to do
Manasseh Azuris.
Yes. Yeah. The rest of them are just doing copy and paste. He said, journalism. The minister said, and I've attached myself. Between 2020 when I came back to 2021, I've traveled around the country to almost all the regions, and I've been with a team of journalists. Okay. And when I see the kind of journalism we are doing, I actually say, no, there's no hope. In fact, I lay the problems of Ghana at the feet or at the door of journalism or media in this country. The minister said, this said, and then conclude. That's all.
That gas me up. We are not doing research. For research, I am one person who is very particular about that. Ghanaian journalists, they hate research. They hate being inquisitive. Everyone is reporting. No one is bringing out facts and challenging whatever is already out there.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And but yes, if you look at the issue too, if you go into the newsrooms, you will not blame them too much, because the demand in the newsroom, because every day you need to get news stories, because adverts now, because of
adverts.
Media tries on adverts or money.
Exactly.
So you actually be producing. So if you go to the newsroom, the kind of pressure that is there, they really need something.
That's what affects the output.
Yes. So really, the newsmakers, like the politicians, they read, because it's the safest, it's the cheapest way. Instead of researching will take some time.
It will take a long while.
If you call Kojo Kuma, what do you think about the coronavirus vaccine? And then you report what you think. You guys say, he said it's safe. That's all. Nobody goes to see what other doctors are saying.
Yeah.
This person, according to this doctor, the coronavirus is safe. That's all.
Yeah.
But what is the research? What are other researchers saying? So that you open the minds of the people. Okay. You see?
So talking about research and what's that's even why I hit you up in the first place, that we should have this conversation and educate a lot of folks out there about the COVID-19 vaccine, the mandatory vaccination in Ghana. First of all, should the vaccination be mandatory?
Oh, well, thank you. I don't think it should be mandatory. And if you look around the world and what is happening, like in Austria, Germany, Spain, Portugal, US, even many parts of the US and all, France, where the vaccine has been made mandatory, you see a lot of protests, especially in Germany, Spain.
Yeah, a lot of problems.
Because protests, people are saying no, you can't,
force people
and again, it's because of the unclear, facts about the vaccine. Now, and I posted this on my status.
Yeah.
The vaccine, why should it be mandatory? When the coronavirus came, there were lockdowns.
Yeah, there were.
And so the idea of lockdowns was to, stop the spread of the virus.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that we'll get something that can help us return to our normal lives.
Yeah.
And so when the lockdown was on, if you see news articles flowing, they will tell you that scientists are racing to find a vaccine.
Or even a cure. Initially, we were told we were finding a cure.
Yes. So it means that the vaccine was supposed to be a guarantee to the free opening up to our normal lives.
Exactly.
And so we're all lying in wait, for the vaccine.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Now the vaccine has come, and now what are we hearing?
We still can't go back to our normal lives.
Number one, if you take the vaccine, you still have to wear the mask. You still have to
observe social distancing.
If you take the vaccine, you can still get the virus.
Yeah, that's true.
If you get vaccinated, you can still spread the virus.
Yeah.
So you look at it and you say, but we thought that the vaccine was coming to,
prevent the spread of the virus.
Yes. So when you look at it, then you say, then is the vaccine really something that, I should take? Because if I take it and I can still get a virus,
then why
should
I
spread it? I should still wear them. A lot of people also complain the nose masks.
Yeah.
Apart from the financial, this every day you need to buy nose masks and all that. People feel hard, to breathe and all that. So they think that once I take the vaccine,
I don't have to wear the nose mask again.
You see, but after taking the vaccine, they say, hey, you have to wear it.
Keep on wearing
because the science is saying that people, and the data is showing it. The data clearly is showing that a lot of people, in fact, currently, there are doctors in the US around the world who are fighting the health ministries, especially in the US, to release the data.
Okay.
Because if you compare the data, you see that more people who have been vaccinated
are testing positive for the new variants, especially the Delta, the Omicron, and the others.
Omicron and stuff. So people are now being, so active. You say, hey, what's happening? I've taken the vaccine, and then this is what is happening. Apart from the, side effects, a lot of people are registering a lot of side effects. And for us in Africa, a lot of people, if you look, we are in Ghana, a lot of us don't really care. We are not monitoring. People die in Africa anyway. So even if somebody is dying from corona vaccine or something, nobody really knows.
It's no news.
Yes. But if you go online, and when I was in Norway, I was doing a lot of videos on this coronavirus.
Yeah, you were.
I followed it.
I was seeing this on your profile.
Firing, talking about it and all that. But when I came to Ghana, I decided to be quiet because, of the terrain that we are in. A lot of us don't understand a whole lot of things. So I decided to just be quiet and then watch. If you followed, the discussion, if you go abroad, when I came, a lot of people kept sending me things. So because of that video, the kind of things I was doing, I had a lot of following from US.
Yeah. I see them a lot in your comment section on Facebook. A lot of people.
Yes.
Most of the comments are coming from people outside Ghana. I see that a lot in your comments.
But them, they are always reading. When you are outside, when you go outside, you see that health is really important. For them, they take health very serious. So a lot of them read, on their own.
Yeah.
And so just recently, one of them from US contacted me that, why am I not doing the
videos anymore?
Videos again? I said, I mean, really, we don't really care about some of these things again and all that.
You told him that?
I mean, when I came here, I'm doing a lot of other things, so I don't have time for such things. And he said, so am I going to watch people line up to go and take the vaccine that is poisonous and it's worrying people? I said, well, what can I do? I'm not a Superman, I'm not a savior, and all that. I said, no, I shouldn't sit down and watch. The Americans, how they think.
Yeah.
I should not start. And then she started sending me a lot of stuff, a lot of documents about the vaccine, about even treatments, alternative treatments.
Okay.
People are actually using artemether-lumefantrine, the malaria drugs.
Yeah.
Research has been done in China, and there's the whole publication which is peer-reviewed. And in science, peer-reviewed articles are the highest. Okay. If your article is not peer-reviewed means that experts in the field actually they come together, look at your work, okay, and then they approve it or disapprove it. So that's what we call peer review. And they've done on artemether-lumefantrine and the other ones, and they've seen that it actually reduces or has potency on the virus.
I see.
And she said me all those things. And then because the media, you see,
and the potency rate, the potency rate of the lumefantrine, is it higher than the vaccines, that of the vaccines?
And I'll come to that. If you look at most of the research about the vaccine, is actually being sponsored by the vaccine manufacturers.
Pfizer, Moderna, Covax, Johnson & Johnson.
Most of them,
AstraZeneca.
So all the positive, research that is, it is 90% safe, it is this, it is that. All of them are sponsored by sponsored research. You see, so they will not come and criticize. But if you look at independent research, they question the virus, the vaccine. And I've shared most of these things. Experts on the field who have many years in treating or dealing with vaccines and viruses. Yeah. They come and say we have to question, vaccine. They break down the components of it, and how potentially dangerous it can be to our health. You see, but if you look at the WHO communications and all, the
those are sponsored about facts.
They will tell you that it is good. But if you look at the other side, you will see that
it's very bad.
So really, the question now is, who are you believing? Who are you believing? Because some of us, if we come out right now and we say that ABCD doctor, ABC doctors are saying that the vaccine is questionable, it has side effects. Somebody who has not read anything, has just gone to Google to type something and then read on this thing without even knowing who is sponsoring that, come and tell you a conspiracy theory. So that's what they are using to cut down people. Conspiracy theory, what you are saying. And they'll quote doctors. If you are quoting doctors to tell me about the potency of the vaccine, I'm also quoting doctors and researchers to tell you that this is what other people also in the field
are saying about the vaccine.
So now it's about who you are choosing to believe. You have chosen to believe the vaccine sponsored research. I have chosen, go with somebody who is independent minded. At least he has not been, given any money or he has not been funded to do any research to skew the results to favor, these campaigns. Yeah. You get
so. Let me chip in there. So talking about sponsoring, you haven't touched on the potency compared to what you mentioned about the lumefantrine. Would you jump on that before we move on to?
So that's why I brought in the sponsored research.
Yeah.
If you look at the potency, I would go with the lumefantrine. The lumefantrine. In fact, even Sobolo. And I posted this before.
Why on earth will you go for Sobolo? You are not a medical practitioner. Someone will say
I'm telling you, yes, there is a long research on, and we call it Sobolo, so you tell Sobolo, they said, but the name is hibiscus flower.
Yeah, the hibiscus flower, which is used for Sobolo.
Sobolo. There is a whole research on that flower and the potency. In fact, that is what the Chinese are using to actually treat this thing. So there's a whole research on Chinese traditional medicine being used to treat what? Coronavirus.
And that's what we call Sobolo.
Sobolo is inside. And the potency, the people who are taking it are actually, they actually got healed. And that was even in the early stages last year.
I remember. I remember there was even a viral video of a Ghanaian selling Sobolo in China, and people were patronizing it.
You.
Yeah, I remember.
You see? Very well. Yes. So if you look at, and if you are somebody who has been following this world, politics, world news, and all that, you will see that these vaccine companies, they are very powerful. They are very rich.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
They are very rich, and they sponsor a lot of. If you go to Google, you go to Facebook, we call it this big media, big tech. Big tech, big media. You see that they are not saying anything about the thing. If you go to Google and you type something, they'll tell you conspiracy theory. Yeah. But for those of you who are a big tech survey, if you go to other alternative web like Tor, and you go and search information about coronavirus vaccine, you will see other things that will not appear on Google.
That don't even appear on the searches, and those are very true.
It will not appear on Google. So if you are using Google to do your research, you only find things that are in favor of coronavirus vaccine. Oh, go and take it. Oh, it is safe. It is this. But if you go to another search engine, which is, not controlled by any big tech, and you type in the same keywords you use, you see different results.
That's very true.
And that's all. Yes, there's a lot of information. So it's where you are getting yours. But because these people have become mainstream, and that's the danger of mainstreaming. Yeah. Oh, this is all we know. Oh, I'm gonna magic thing. Once you are going with it,
Google say.
Yeah. You see, so that is what is happening.
Yeah.
And so some of us who do the research we are following, we look for other. We look to other. So it was through this that somebody drew my attention to talk.
Yeah.
So I went there, and the kind of things there, and in fact, if you go and copy a link
from Tom,
sometimes you copy a link from Tom and you come and paste it in Google,
you won't get that search. Yeah, you won't get that search.
You won't get it. Yeah. So why are they blocking? If we are in a free speech, they say free speech, democracy. That's why anybody can insult the president. People can say anything. They say let everybody voice
out. You can't insult the president in Ghana.
Yes. People are insulting. People even insult Biden and things. And all of them come. They say free speech. But this speech. Why is it that about this important global health, why are we not allowing other people who feel or who have other alternative, results?
Yeah.
Or news or information about the virus and about the vaccine? Why are we shutting them down and calling them conspiracy theories and only allowing one, kind of information?
Yeah. That suits the agenda.
So it tells you that there's an agenda to put.
So talking about agendas, do you think the vaccine is? I'm just asking your thoughts on this. Do you think the vaccine is a profiteering means for these big pharmaceutical agencies behind the production of the vaccine, like Oxford, who are behind the AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Moderna,
and stuff.
Yes, Gavi behind the COVAX and all that. Do you think it's for profiteering? That's why they are championing the use of the vaccine.
Yes, right. You couldn't have said it better. It's for profit, and it's all for profit. And as I said, if you look at the facts, which WHO has, admitted, if you take the vaccine and you can still get the virus, you take the vaccine, you can still spread the virus. You take the vaccine, you still need to follow the safety protocols.
Yeah.
Then there's no need in the first place taking the vaccine. So why are they making it mandatory? Why are they making it by force? And when I was discussing this with one of my PhD, lecturers, he was telling me that yes, people are pushing this so much because they want to help money now. Because you see, right now it is only the names you mentioned, the Pfizer, the Ford people, the Johnson & Johnson, Moderna. The companies, they have the is it right or patent? They have the patent right to actually produce the vaccine. No company else.
Yeah, that's true, because I read a document that says that Moderna, either Moderna or Pfizer, they are now, because they are selling the vaccines 3 times the price, the actual price, to countries, middle income countries and all of that. So they are not able to acquire the vaccine. So they are now licensing a company in South Africa to package and distribute 100 million vaccines to Africa. So that's very true.
You see, so what happens about it? I mean, it's very good that we are talking about this. What happens is that when you have a patent, it doesn't last forever. So this vaccine, the vaccine patent, it will last for like 10 years. So after 10 years, any other person, like in a pharma, NS chemist, all those other pharmaceutical companies, they can also produce, the vaccine after 10 years. Now that it has expired, you get it. So that's how patents work in the pharmaceutical industry. That's why in the past, you see that chloroquine, paracetamol, and all that, they were just made only some companies who had
only companies. But now we have different.
They can produce
coming from different companies.
Yes, different. Because the patent has expired. So the idea is that by the time your patent expires, you should have made the money. You see, because at the point you cannot have control over it. A lot of people, even me, I can go and then produce coronavirus vaccine. You see, so they are trying to just make their money out of it, even in the face of evidence that the vaccine you are giving the people is not even protecting them.
I mean,
from getting the virus again. Do you get it?
I get the whole point.
So that is why they are trying to use governments, and these people are very powerful.
Very.
They have a lot of money, so they'll use government to make it mandatory. Because right now they realize that hey, we locked down to bring the vaccine to bring normalcy to our lives, but now the vaccine is not really guaranteeing that. So let's make it by force. So why would you force somebody? And the only defense they are saying is that when you take the vaccine and you get the virus, you will not die or you will not get seriously sick. So the argument now is not about you not getting the vaccine and the virus hospital. It's about
you not
getting seriously sick
to the extent of dying,
and putting pressure on government hospital. Do you get it? So they are saying that the hospitals are pressured already. So if we have a lot of people who are not vaccinated and they get the virus, they may get so sick that they will put pressure on our health facilities.
Okay.
So for you not to put pressure on our health facility, take the vaccine. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So that our when you even when you get the vaccine, even if you get the virus, you will not get so sick that you need to go to the hospital. So that will put pressure on.
I don't know if you've done a little research on the indemnity clauses that these vaccines come with. Have you seen anything on that? And what's
I think in fact in the beginning, that was what I found something where they are saying that they are not liable. So as we speak, the vaccine companies are not liable for anything that happens to you.
Yeah. So
if you take the vaccine and you die, it is your own thing.
That's true.
You are the cause.
Yeah.
The vaccine producers do not have any, liability.
Yeah.
They are not responsible. Why? Because they tell you that it was passed as an emergency something under emergency, medical.
And I read the FDA's document on giving emergency clearance, especially the one that has to do with Ghana. Ghana's FDA. And the emergency clearance is not supposed to be compulsory, but here we are that it's compulsory.
Thank you. It's compulsory, and again, it comes back to how many people are, even following the discussion? How many people have read it? You have read it.
Yeah.
How many people have read it? This is where the media comes in. What is the media doing?
The media
media. Take the document.
Yesterday they released an update. FDA, the committee for the vaccine, released an update. I think that was yesterday, 21st. Yeah, 21st. They released an update telling that the side effects are mild. They are just fever, cold, blah blah blah, and very few people have reported even the side effects, swellings and places where they took the injection and all of that. So there's nothing to worry about so far as the vaccine is concerned. I'd say, oh my God, where are the statistics?
No statistics. Blanket statements. There are people are raising, a lot of research is being done, and blood clot has been reported, and large hearts, especially people just dying of heart attack, and these are the three main things.
And hypertension.
People getting blood. Yes.
Yeah.
But so if you see this thing, and in fact, we even question the FDA's ability to even test the vaccine. A vaccine that you've not produced, but you have a machine or a system to test its potency. How is that possible? Something you have not produced, though. You have not produced it, but you can actually test it and say, "Oh yes, it's good. The content is good. This." You know. So we here in Ghana, there it's like we are just living on some, I don't know. It's like we are just, because anything can kill us.
Is the government benefiting from this? Is the government of Ghana benefiting from the vaccines?
Oh, of course. I mean, if you look at all the money they are even making from testing, at the Kotuka International Airport and all that, it tell you that, they are benefiting. And in fact, the whole system, because we are not even producing, look at the scandal happening when we're going to buy the vaccine. Look at the scandal. Instead of buying vaccine from where they are selling it, but you're going to give it to an Arab man who is now going like a middleman.
I haven't heard that story.
And something that we should have bought. Yes, something we should have bought for like some $5. Now they are selling to us like $90. Come on! It was.
That's the COVAX. The COVAX huge vaccine.
Yes, the vaccine.
I see.
And it took some, these submission fees and stuff to actually raise. And if you look at right now, if you go to Twitter and the stuff, the submission fee and the Sister Debbie also, only few who are saying, no, we shouldn't take the vaccine. But you know how political our system is.
That's
because true. It is submission fee of NDC who is pushing it. It has become political.
Yeah.
You get it?
It's like an NDC man who is against.
He's doing it for politics and all that. But he's saying really, but people will not mind.
Yeah, some people will just buy into it. NDC 40, I won't pay the pack.
And they say, you get it. So as for this vaccines naturally, in fact, and if you look at all the data around vaccines naturally they are not 100% safe, and they have side effects, and it depends on a lot of factors.
Yeah.
You may take it and that will happen to you, but that doesn't mean our systems are different when it comes to health issues. Our systems are so different, and so there's no blanket, data to say that it is safe, it is not safe, blah blah blah. You look at the individual cases over a long period. That is why up to now they've not been able. Why haven't they been able to do the HIV vaccine? HIV has been with us for over 30 years.
Yeah.
They've not done the. Do you know how much they've made over that period, from the 50s when HIV was discovered up till now?
A lot of money.
And but they've not been able to develop the vaccine. Cancer has been for many years. Cancer has been around for many years. They've not been able to develop vaccine. Hepatitis B and all that. They've not been able to develop vaccine.
COVID-19 within a space of 8 months.
COVID-19, they've been able to develop vaccine, and now they say it's safe. And if you go, the white people, they are sometimes very genuine. And again, because of the literacy level, their people are pressuring them. And so now they are considering the fact that, okay, yes, we may have people are dying and all that, people may be dying and all that, but still, you need to, and they are using the health facility pressure. The fact that if people take the vaccine, they'll release pressure from the health facilities and all that. That's their main this thing. But they admit the fact that yes, there may be
one or two issues,
long side effects, and then we need to really study, because you can't just use 2 days, 3 days to study the side effects.
Yeah,
you need a lot of data. How many people have gotten the vaccine? How have they reported? What are the side effects over a long period?
Yeah.
What we can guarantee. That's why vaccine development takes many years. Yeah. Because we try it, clinical trials. Then we sample all the side effects people are registering over a long period. So we do it with Africans, all the races. Then we see how the different races act before we can administer. You see, but this one there, Basa, because we say they are in an emergency, so and they are shutting down any, dissenting views, and they are just pushing, and it seems that we too, because we are not learning, we are not reading, we are just feeding on the media. The media is quiet on it. You see, the media is quiet on it.
So you say in its entirety, it's wrong for the Ghanaian government to force it,
Yes. To make it mandatory.
So what do you think the government should do? Because I've read it. Yeah, I would want to hear you. You were saying something.
Yes, I want to tell my Sakumono Beach.
Yeah.
There are a couple of pubs. Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, immigration, and when I saw it, I was sad for where we are heading to. Just to let you enter the pub, you need to show your COVID-19 card.
Yeah, the card. Yeah. There are some
places. That immigration is the immigration that are there. They are still there. So it has become like you are traveling. It's like you are going into the airport. You've arrived, and they are checking your passport. When this coronavirus came, these are things we were saying, that they want to make coronavirus passports so that if you don't have the passport, and that is what is happening. If you want to travel now to France and you don't have coronavirus passport, you can't enter.
Yeah, which is the vaccination card, proof of vaccination.
But when we were raising this issue, the time the coronavirus came, they were saying, "Oh, we are conspiracy theorists, blah 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 blah." But now everybody's quiet. Now you need a card. You need a card, and that is where you see there are conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
People say, they say stuff. Those are the ridiculous forms of the conspiracies. You see,
you don't think it's 666.
What other people will say. Yes, they will say, they will put the chip, the vaccine is a chip and all that. And many of these conspiracy theories, it is the same pharmaceutical companies and they develop it all.
Yeah, they are the ones who develop.
They develop it. Yes, they develop it. They develop these conspiracy theories to come and, as it were, rubbish whatever other opposing people will say. So that we'll add it as, these are conspiracy theories, so they mix it up. Anything that anybody is saying against the vaccine, will say it is conspiracy theory. Yes, that's what they do. So, but now you need that card. If you don't show the card,
you won't.
And we Africans, it is sad for us, because do you know that if you get vaccinated in Ghana and you are traveling to any other European country, they will not accept the card that you are using. They want to vaccinate you there again.
Wow.
Because they don't trust. Yes, they don't trust the vaccination. That's what they're even saying. That they don't trust the vaccination, blah 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 of Africa. So even if you get vaccinated and you want to go to France, they don't trust the card you are using. So they need to vaccinate you to double.
I haven't heard of this though. You would have to.
Yes. So when you travel, some of my friends have gone to US and all that, and they got vaccinated here before they went there. They are now vaccinated again. You need to get vaccinated because they don't trust it. And when you see in the UK what they were doing, putting travel bans on some of the African countries and all that.
Yeah, because of the vaccination.
Yes, because they don't trust our blah blah blah. Yeah, that's what they were doing, and it's good that Nigeria and some other countries reacted by also
putting them on their red list.
And then they thought, hey, you get it. So as for the mandatory nature, it does to push as much as possible the vaccine so that they sell, they make their money, and then you see that it will get to a time, Charlie, it will not be mandatory again. It will not be mandatory, but the mandates are big. There's no, if you look at all the available data, there's no need to make it mandatory, because if it is by force, why is it being by force? It is the fact that if I take it, I'm protected, I can't get the virus, or even if I can get the virus, I can't spread it. Then we understand that it is protecting you, so that even if you get the vaccine and the virus, do not spread it.
Yeah. But here lies the case, neither of those conditions.
If it's by force and I can still get it and I can still spread it, then really, why is it by force?
It's useless.
Why is it by force? Why people say this thing, they'll say you are a conspiracy theory, you are spreading fake news and stuff. So some of us who know some things, we also keep quiet.
You're conspiracy theorists.
And watch.
You are
Okay,
so I think this is enough information for anyone out there who has doubts about whether they should take the vaccine or not. But would you advise people to take the vaccine? Would you advise anyone?
Well, for me, I'll run away from that question. Right? Tomorrow, somebody they will come and arrest me and say, hey, you are saying they shouldn't take the vaccine and all that. Look, what I'll say is that look for your information. Your health is in your hands. If you take something and it's going to harm you, you are going to react to it in a certain way. If you take it, you are going to die alone. If you are going to react to it, yes, it's you alone. So look for as much information as possible. So I will not tell anybody, go and take it, don't go and take it. What I'll say is that look for information. If you feel, that yes, you have enough information about the vaccine and you are convinced that it is good for you, yes, you can go and take it. If you have other information or you are not so clear and you think that you don't have cause to take it, then that's up to you. But of course, again, responsibility comes here. You take responsibility for any of the decisions you take. If you decide to go and take it and anything comes up, you face it. If you decide not to take it and anything comes up, they say do not allow you to travel, do not allow you to enter some place. That one too. You see that's the consequence. You see, that's where we are now. So I'll say that look for information. We are in information age. Look for information and use that information to decide whether you want to go left or right.
Okay, so that's it from Redeemer Buatsi, my learned colleague, as I said earlier. He's very learned.
But you are a math, so it should be clear. I was not good in maths, but you were the ones who could solve math. So
Redeemer was very good, especially with the dandelions. With the dandelions.
Very good.
Ohiniba's son. Redeemer is a son of Ohiniba in team.
Yeah.
The good old days. We have a lot to laugh about. So thanks for listening to this episode of the Review Experience Podcast. I hope you catch me same time next week, and I did this with Redeemer Buatsi. I don't know your post now. BSc, Masters, PhD, PhD.
I have Masters.
Yeah, his level is his PhD, guys. So that's it. There. I told you, very learned. So catch me on another episode, another time, same time, right here on the Reviewers Podcast.